veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play, and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no, I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say,
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're here for Married at First Sight, the panel recap for season 16, episode 17, Gatlinburg Getaway. Guys, how's everybody?
Hey, Nashville.
Yeehaw, Nashville.
Yeehaw!
I've been waiting for them to say that, and they haven't yet.
No, they sure haven't. What's going on with that? I would love to. I remember, it's so funny how you think about all the things in life when you're younger that you could have done easily and you didn't do, and then you get older, you're like, oh, I tell young people, if you have the opportunity and you're unencumbered, or even if you have one child or you're a couple or whatever, travel is one of the best gifts that you'll ever give yourself. Really, seriously.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. How's the weather doing where you are? Let's start with Mocha. Mocha, how's the weather there in Connecticut?
Yep, it is raining here. It's been raining for the past couple days. It's like cats, dogs, frogs, the whole 9 yards.
Mm-mm.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we've had that too often on here in Michigan. What about you? Thank you. What about you, Roro?
It's a little cloudy, about 75.
Okay, a little cloudy, 75. And you're in Florida, right?
Oh, yeah. Central Florida.
Central Florida. Okay, and Kimberly, if you don't mind telling us about the weather and what's it like there for you today?
It's very cloudy, windy, super extra windy, and raining in North Carolina. It's been raining since Wednesday, so about 4 or 5 days of rain.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, here in Michigan, I'm just typing this in. Okay, guys. Yeah, it's 53 here and it's dry, but it was raining earlier today. So you know what? I guess it's the whole thing called spring is why all the rain and the wind, we're transitioning, trying to move closer towards summer, I guess. But yeah, so what did you guys think about this episode? Like briefly, what were your thoughts about it? Did you enjoy it, or what letter grade would you give it?
I'll give it a B.
A B. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, a B. And Roro, what about you? What were you gonna say?
Probably a B minus.
B minus. Okay. I'd say that sounds good. Okay. And Kimberly, finally, what would you, if you had to give this with your Clinty Poo in it, what would you give your Clinty Poo and the rest of the folks? Because we know you don't care about nobody but Clinty Poo.
Well, since you said it like that, I'll give them a B plus. Y'all know I like Shaquille. I like Shaquille too. That's my friend in my head.
Oh, okay, awesome. Oh, I just looked up now. Who is that? Is that you, Mocha? You got us connected on your YouTube channel. That is awesome. Yeah. Awesome. Welcome in Mocha Mima's followers and subscribers. Welcome into the chat. Come on in. So we're gonna go ahead.
Y'all.
Hey y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get started with this couple. Let me see. Let me take that comment off the board real quick. And oh yeah, wait a minute. Oh hey, people are coming in. Welcome in, Heather, Chronic Condition Crafting, Monique King, our moderator, member extraordinaire. Welcome in. Thumbs up, guys. Yeah, thumbs up the video. It really helps out. I mean, it's free and it helps support us and keep us here so that we can keep bringing you wonderful content. I asked the question, how's the weather where you are? Let us know. And there's, Markeisha. Hey there. Happy Sunday, ladies. Hi, Aubrey. Keisha here. Yeah. Hey, Keisha. Nice to meet you. And Mocha says, hey, y'all. And then I'm going to bring these couple up here. Hold on. Let me get to them. You got to scroll up on the board a little bit. Does it scroll up or scroll down? Okay, so we decided this week we had a unanimous agreement that this couple right here, we're going to start with Eris and Jasmine. What can we say, guys, about this week's episode of Eris and Jasmine? What was going on with them?
I need Jasmine to just speak up for herself more.
Yes, yes. Yes. And I need, here's the thing with Jasmine. I need Jasmine to not be one of these women, like, I think we've all been there, but for me, it seems like it was when I was very, very young and not in my 20s or late 20s, mid 20s or 30s. Like, I think she's in her early 30s. I need her to not, like, every time a man pays her a compliment, to not get so excited, like, and then just forget everything that that man has done to her prior to that compliment. That's what
Yeah,
I need her to do.
yeah,
Yeah, I just did a video about
Mhm.
this on my channel.
Yes.
Jasmine, I love her, but she's a pick Misha.
Pick Misha. Yeah. Yeah.
Jasmine, I need you to tell this man bye. Say, listen, we're gonna make it just to get the money, but like her wanting his praise and his attention, like Jasmine, I feel bad watching it. It's cringe for me. Because
Yeah.
she's such a nice girl, and
She
I'm
is.
like,
She's a sweetheart.
I just, I'm just like, come on, girl, don't do it, because he ain't got it in him. He ain't got it in
No,
him.
he
yeah.
don't want nothing. He don't want nothing.
Mm-mm.
I found him on Instagram too, but that's a whole nother story, guys. Go to my
Mhm.
community tab and check that out, or check me out on IG. You'll see some things that I posted that I don't know if he's supposed to be out because the rest of the cast isn't out, but for some reason his Instagram is open. So that's really
Yeah.
interesting. What, Kimberly, what do
Oh,
you have
wow.
to say about this couple?
Oh, I agree with you all, and thank you, Mocha, for bringing out that point because I was going to have to go back and revisit the definition of pick me because I was thinking that about Jasmine all along, but no one is really saying that yet. So I wasn't going to be the first either, but I think it was good that Eris showed his feelings, and he said that he was missing Jasmine. So I don't know, maybe we're going to get a little more affection and attention out of him in private, like Jasmine was asking for. But I do think it was nice once he left for his work meeting, I think it was, and then he came back and said that he was actually missing her.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, he did. Well, but now talk about, let's be more specific. Now, talk about what he said and how we actually got to, because it wasn't like he actually directly said it, but come on,
Yeah.
talk about it. To walk us through it. Walk us through it, Kimberly.
He missed her hair being on the floor and the dog running around messing everything up. So he missed the
Right.
messiness.
He missed the messiness of it
Yes.
all. He missed the
Oh,
distraction of it from his boring life.
And,
yeah,
and that
Yes.
yeah.
and that could have been that could have really been a nice thing, you know what I mean? But the way he came up, the way it came across, I was like, you don't even know the right way to talk to a woman.
To give a
Right. And
compliment.
I was actually mocking him earlier when I said I need Jasmine to speak up more because that's all he kept saying. He was like a broken record. I need Jasmine to speak up more. I need Jasmine to speak up more. That's all he had to say. And it was if, he had been programmed to say that. He wasn't actually he didn't have anything else that he could say like, I appreciate you for this and that. All he could say was I need her to speak up more. I need her to continue to speak up. Say
Right.
something else.
No, you know what? Somebody said it. Is it Married 10 Years? I give a shout out to her on these YouTube streets. I think she said it, that he's basically like a computer, like a robot.
Mm.
And he really needs, like, he needs help. It's like he doesn't have social skills. It's like he doesn't have an emotional intelligence. It's like, I would say, I would venture to say it's almost like he's never had a relationship before in his whole 40 years of living.
Well, he said he's never been in love. Isn't that what he said? He's never been in love or never been in a
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah, he's never been in
So
love, and that's a red flag. But I'm saying though too, it's almost like that's one thing. But I guess that, and maybe you're right, that goes hand in hand with maybe never having a relationship other than just a physical one, and having these orgies and these threesomes and all this perverted stuff that he loves to do. Like, really, seriously,
Mhm.
you
yeah,
know?
because he doesn't have to do any work.
No,
He
he
doesn't have
doesn't.
to do any real work. So that's you know what I mean. So that's what that is.
Yep, he just had
Exactly.
hookups.
Yep.
Someone was saying on my, like I said, I've got a very interesting, go to my IG page. I've got a question about him and I've got a photo swiped from his IG that was open. And someone was saying something about him, like, how does he get women? And I said, it's really easy, because
Hmm.
apparently right now in 2023 there are a lot of women. You don't have to do anything to get them. These guys can just be a guy, just have a peen and maybe some eggs, and the women will do all the work because they're so assertive, they're so aggressive, and they just see a man like, oh, he's a man. Okay, let me go get him. Let me talk him into getting into the bedroom and having hot and heavy time. Men don't have to do anything these days. They really don't.
So true.
No.
You've got women that are, their self-esteem is so low, a guy doesn't even have to buy them a meal. It used to be a time when you used to say, feed me before F me.
Mhm.
But I mean, women nowadays, like, really, like, the women will be the ones feeding the guys. Oh, I'll take you out for a meal. Let me buy you a steak. I mean, it's ridiculous how. And it's nothing wrong. Don't get me wrong. It's nothing wrong with treating a man to dinner. I'm for. I don't know if I'd say women's lib, but I'm definitely for independent women. I'm definitely for women being progressive, but I'm not. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of old fashioned and old school when it comes down to. I'm just not going to allow somebody to get intimate with me without having courted me, without having established that we're a couple and that we're committed to one another and that we're not just all over the place. That's just ridiculous.
Hmm.
But anything else about this couple, guy, before we move on to the next couple? We got another couple coming up.
Just so
Mm,
Exactly, D. I put this up on the screen. Exactly. Too bad Jasmine doesn't know her worth. Exactly.
hmm
I feel
yep.
like she needs to
That's
sit
the
on a
problem.
couch. Yeah, I feel like she needs to sit on somebody's couch for a little while. And I think also, and I'm not trying to be funny or anything and put everything on the parents or the mom, but I feel like the women in her life haven't really spent enough time and really found out who she is and how she's moving in these relationships. Because didn't Jasmine before this, wasn't she shacking up living with some guy before she came on this show?
Hmm.
That was her last relationship. Remember, guys, she was living with someone for like what, a couple of years or something like that, which is
Oh
why she's back with
yeah.
her parents.
we see.
So I think that, for me, I think that being brought up, brought up in a Christian home, dad's a pastor, a preacher, or something like that. I think that the church, I think the women need to sometimes we as believers, okay, I'm a believer. Sometimes we as believers don't really sit down with our children and talk to them about sex, hot and heavy time, about how men operate in the world who aren't godly, who aren't Christians, who aren't believers, who do not have any moral values or fortitude. We need to sit down and really talk to our daughters and our sons about what life is like as a single person, and if you're trying to get married, how you need to conduct yourself. A woman needs to save her esteem. She needs to keep her pride, and she doesn't need to allow men to touch all over her body and manipulate her body for what? This is not these men are not your husband. Now, she does have a husband, and he doesn't even want to be with her. Um, I'm not sure exactly why, except I think that he really doesn't want to be committed, and he also doesn't want to be seen as the bad guy. So I give him grace on that because I'm glad he's not touching her body, honestly. Does anybody else feel a certain way about that? Go ahead and speak up.
Well, I'm glad he's not touching her as well. However, I don't understand why he is still there other than just to fulfill the contract,
I
you
think
know.
that's basically it. I also think, and I said this from the beginning, guys, and correct me if I'm wrong or if we see something different. But looking again on his IG page, I'm looking at it and all these movement around New York and LA. I said from the beginning that he and McKinley are two of the men that I was concerned about that were really here to try to walk into a TV role, trying to get what do you call it? I guess the young people call it clout. I really
Mhm.
think they want to be actors. I honestly do.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Great question. Great question, Mocha. What do you guys think of the episode? Yeah, be sure and drop that in the chat, guys. I'd appreciate that. So anyway, so we'll move on to the next couple. Great assessment of that couple. For our next couple, these things have turned all the way around.
Mhm.
The colored couples are on the on the beginning of the block
colored,
this time.
not colored.
Yeah, the colors.
Colored.
I grew up in a very old-fashioned home. Can you guys tell?
Mhm.
Okay. Let me see. I'm looking at the name, and for some reason, okay, there we go. All right, guys. What about this couple? We know that they did the country western photo shoot. What did you guys think about that photo shoot?
I loved it.
I liked it too. I
Yes.
thought it was really
I
cute.
loved it. I really.
Clint, I mean, what's his name? Shaq showed a little
Jack.
bit of, he had a little bit of swag,
He had a little bit of
all
swag
dressed
there.
up. Yeah,
Hmm.
all dressed up in a costume,
In a
you know.
costume, yeah. And Kirsten, she looked quite lovely in that red too. That was a good color
Mm-hmm.
for her. Very
Oh,
attractive.
yeah.
Kimberly, I'm
Oh
sorry
yes.
I'm blocking your beautiful face and your avatar with the but what did you think, Kimberly? I want to ask you specifically. What did you think of the photo shoot? Was that something that you would maybe do with your beau?
Oh yes, I love taking photos, so I would be all for it. And I liked it. Kirsten and Shaquille are so photogenic. Those photos
Yeah.
that we saw anyway look great. I was very
Hmm.
proud of them, and they really looked like they liked each other. It didn't look forced or fake. You can
No,
tell
did
sometimes
not.
in pictures when it's fake, like the touching or the smile or staring in each other's eyes is fake or forced, and it really seemed genuine. So I love the photo shoot and really enjoyed watching them touch and be all on each other.
Yeah, she didn't
Yes,
have a
yes.
problem kissing him.
Right, she's over that now. She loves kissing that man.
That's
Isn't
right.
that funny how the tides could change and turn? Isn't that something?
Oh yes.
But I'm
Yeah.
still convinced
Mo-
he has some, I don't know if it's social anxiety. He just doesn't read the clues. She's right there, Shaq. Shaq,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta get Shaq, she's there. Like she's come around.
mhm. Mhm.
She's like right there. He
So
just
you're
has
saying
to,
that he's not responding as if
he,
she's right there. He's kind of still distant. What are you saying
he's still
exactly?
he's one of those, he's so much in his head.
Yes.
Jack, relax. Pull the stick out of your behind, and the woman is right there.
Oh, your
She
mule.
really. Did you see how she's, even when they were in the bedroom, like when they were packing up their stuff, right there was the chance to give her a hug and give her a kiss. He's busy packing the stuff. Like, you're not, Shaq, you're not picking up the clue. She gives him compliments. She's very warm and all that stuff. Throw the rest the stuff in the past, kind of push that to the side and get in there, Shaq. But he,
You said get in there.
get in there.
I'm
Like,
I'm
that's
not
what
gonna
I'm
I'm
saying.
not gonna assume what get in there means, but okay.
But you know what I mean? Just take advantage, like the warmth. Like,
Yes.
I can feel the
Yes.
warmth through the screen. I
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That might
Read
be
read the
unnatural
room.
for him.
In other words,
yeah,
read the room. Yeah. What did you
yes,
say,
yeah.
Ro? I'm sorry. What'd you
That
say?
that might be unnatural for him. Oops.
Oh, roll,
Ooh, oh
roll,
my. Oh,
roll,
oh, 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 I didn't get that the first time you dropped that
roll,
little bomb. Okay.
roll.
Kimberly, what are your thoughts? Do you think that's unnatural for Shaq to
Who
I'm
said that?
still not convinced.
is he
I'm
is he
not
is he still
persuaded.
is he still looking for his mentees to come to the
Uh-uh.
retreat?
Oops.
Oh goodness, no, I'm not convinced. I just think he is a very polished man and he's just trying to watch his steps. I do agree that he needs
Polished.
to. I think he like it be more aggressive and just take the lead because Kirsten has asked him to do that multiple times. And I love
Yes.
that they left early. Remember, they left early because he needed to
Mhm.
go home for work and she
Mhm.
was all for it. She was like, I love that he's packing the bag. So she likes that leadership role in him. So she's trying to pull it out, but it's just not working.
But he's
Yeah.
not sure. He's still unsure. Like he was kind of complaining, like, well, I want her to do it because she wants to do it, not because I asked her to. Well, he needs to
But
make his mind
compromise.
up. Do you want
Hmm.
her to do it or do you want her to wait and figure it
Right,
out?
right.
You told her what you needed and now she's, going along with it to please him. But he
Yes.
still doesn't. It seems to me that he still doesn't appreciate that he's still trying to find a problem.
Yeah. And a lot of people say marriage is about compromise. I haven't been married, but it looks like that's what Kirsten is trying to do. She's trying to compromise and meet his need. And then he's still not appreciating her compromise.
Right.
Right.
So,
That's
you
the
know,
thing I see. I
Mhm.
see that he whines a lot. He asks for a lot, and every time she does steps toward what he's asking, and she's more romantic now. She's warmer now, and then
Mhm.
it's like he still doesn't ever stop to take the time to look at, just be in the moment, and be present in the moment, and say, "Wow, I really appreciate your affection," or give her a kiss back and enjoy the
Mhm.
moment. But he's always percolating for in the future, and what hasn't happened and what didn't happen. Oh my goodness, let it go. You and Nicole would make a great couple, because you guys are so much anxiety going on. Really, I don't
I was
know. I
just
Mhm.
don't
But
thinking
understand it.
that.
you know what? It also could be fear too. He could be
Fear of what?
scared,
Fear of
scared
what?
that she's gonna say no on decision day. It could be fear of rejection. He
Mm-hmm.
could think that she's like really teasing him because remember we only see a snippet. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
True.
like I it's just it's so much there. Like I'm hoping that they stay together because I see the potential in the two of them together. I
Mhm.
love them as a couple. I think they make a beautiful couple. I really
Well,
do.
physically, I agree with you. I think physically they make a good-looking couple. Anybody want to comment on them with the lumberjacking and Shaq trying to climb the
Oh,
the
I have a
pole?
point about the lumberjack place. That
Yes, go
place was
ahead.
it's Paula Dean's lumberjack feud show. And I was
Really?
like, yeah, because they showed it at the beginning of the
Yeah, I saw
scene when
that
it
Paula
came out.
Dean too.
And I was like, I thought Paula Dean was out of here, but I guess she's still alive and well down in the South
Yeah.
because she
Oh
got
no,
rid
she
of,
Yeah.
hasn't gone anywhere. I mean, I think
but
her shows and her restaurants, I mean, they're still
yeah,
big business. Paula
they
Dean's
got
not
rid of
gone
the,
anywhere. She's
yeah, because they
major.
got rid of all her pots and pans and all that stuff they got rid of, but she's still down there in Tennessee, I guess, doing her thing. But
Right. Well,
yeah.
Tennessee
Yeah.
and in Georgia. I mean, like that's
Hmm.
where in Savannah. I mean, she's, like they can. Some things can be stripped from a person when they say something or do something that's out of the way. But if you're somebody that's really, really large and have an industry like that, chances are they're not going to take your whole industry and everything away from you. Certain stores decided not to carry her products. Okay, so that product line may be either ended or sold somewhere else. It could be sold online still. I don't know. I've never supported her anyway, so I don't know. But I know she's still big. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Yeah, because I've got it running. I see it
Hmm.
now. What you're talking about. So,
Hmm.
what did you guys think about Shaq in that harness though? Was he looking good?
Ooh,
I know what's her name? Jasmine was a real pro. We haven't gotten to her yet, but Jasmine was, or we did get to her, but Jasmine, she was like, man, she's such an athlete. That's the thing about
Yeah.
Hmm.
her.
She's the
She is
most
so
bit
athletic.
person.
Hmm.
Absolutely, absolutely one of the most. Well, now what about also? We're getting ready to come to. Let's go ahead and move on to them. We'll go to this couple
Ugh,
here.
I already know which couple. Oh,
Well,
uh,
she
uh,
has quite a bit of leg strength and arm strength.
Yeah, she's Armstrong.
that girl.
I hollered, Armstrong.
Where is her mother? Is her mother still around?
They showed her. She was in the early episodes in the wedding, and those type of things. Why? Why do you ask about her mother? What?
What?
What? You think maybe she looks like her mother?
No, this girl. This girl. First of all, this girl needs to be on somebody's couch. Let me put it out there. Listen, Nicole. If you see this, hit me up on all platforms. Mocha Mima. You need to talk. You need to talk. You need some help.
What? Well, what is it about her? What is it about her that you really are most concerned about? Can you tell us that?
First of all, it starts off, oh my little baby, with I can't take the baby voice. My baby,
Oh, why not?
he's so tired. Look at my little baby sleeping. Girl, if you don't fix your voice the right way on national TV, that was first. Then the mini golf. How could you get all stressed out in mini golf? It's mini golf. Come on,
Is
she
is
turned mini
is
golf into
what?
a nightmare.
I'm
Mini
sorry.
golf.
Oh, mini. Oh,
Mini
miniature golf.
golf. She
Miniature
turned
golf.
into a
Miniature. Yeah.
nightmare. She turned it into a whole nightmare.
Yeah.
and let's not forget the
Monique, Monique,
dinosaurs.
Monique, you know you're wrong for that Armstrong. Yeah, what? Yeah, let's talk about this dinosaur thing. What is it about her? Like, I don't understand this like fantasy that she has going on in her head that thinks that she thinks that people think that it's exciting to dress up as a dinosaur. What's really going on?
She's stuck. She's stuck in her childhood somewhere.
Mm,
You know,
wow.
a traumatic event happened at some age, maybe 13 or something, and she just can't get past it. You know, she even dressed to me like a little girl. Like that's the one thing I noticed about her. She wore that same tacky looking
Mm.
little nighty thing the whole time of the trip. Like that's the
Oh
only way.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Oh my god,
Yeah, she's a
gross.
newlywed. Come on, girl. You need some spice in your life. Somebody need to give her a fashion consultation.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Kirsten tried to. Kirsten did try to help the girl out
she
with her
She
did
sure
wardrobe.
try to.
did with the
She
lingerie
did.
department. You're right. So she
Yeah.
doesn't have to wear the same pajama and little short set. But maybe
Yeah.
Chris likes her because I mean the short set was very short. Maybe he liked those little boy shorts on her, on his wife.
Maybe
And
so,
she
but
looked
I was
cute. She
like,
looked cute at the picture thing when she had on her
yeah,
the
she did.
purple.
She
She
really
looked
did.
very cute. She really did. And I'm
Her
sure he
and Kirsten.
they both look so cute, but then she
Yeah,
does
but I'm just talking about every day. Like she doesn't, to me, as a newlywed, if somebody just wanted to be married, it seemed to me that you would be like trying to appeal more, like you would,
Yes.
because men are visual. Men are visual, and maybe Chris is different, but to me, men are they like to see you
Mm-hmm.
looking very feminine and,
Yeah. Like a
seductive at
yeah,
some point.
like a cute little you remember I don't know if anybody remembers the baby doll little
hmm
nightwear little
Oh
Oh yeah.
that something like that would be really cute on her and he would appreciate it. Give
hmm
the man something to like to tempt him like what's up under it, like what's
yeah.
really up under that, that little short little ooh yeah, you know what I mean?
Well, she said he ripped off the one that she bought when she was with Kirsten. She
She did
implied that
say
he ripped
that.
it off.
Now,
Yeah.
well, you know what she well now here's what she did say. She said it was torn up, and I have a feeling his bad dogs got to it. That's all that happened.
Oh,
That's all.
look,
That's
let
it.
us
That's
think.
all. He didn't tear nothing off of her,
Oh my God.
Off of
Not the
Armstrong.
dog.
Let us think it
He
was
is
Chris.
very
Please
strong.
let us think it was him.
Well, she said,
So,
please, not the dogs. Not the dogs. Not the
Dogs,
dogs.
you know how dog. Well, maybe you don't
Yes.
know.
Mm,
Dogs can be very territorial. They're kind of like, why are you doing that to our daddy? What are you doing? He's making noise. Are you hurting him in there?
I'll get
Right.
you. I'll fix you.
You ladies are a mess. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you guys. You guys are a mess. But wait a minute, what did she say? She says, I don't think Chris is really on to Nicole. He doesn't want to move in. He doesn't want to move in. Yeah, let's talk about that for a minute before we move on
mhm.
to the final couple. What do you guys think? Because that's a big point. Moving. They discuss moving, and Chris is still not ready to move in with her. What's going on? He says he loves her, but why isn't he ready for her to for them to move in after this experiment is over since he's so in love with her?
Right. Yeah,
It's
I agree.
about
I
the
know.
dogs.
Wait a minute, one at a time. Kimberly, you wanted to finish that thought for us?
Yeah, I agree because I know last podcast we said that it could be the dogs is the reservation, but I'm pretty sure they could find somewhere decent to move into if Chris was really interested in her. So I agree with this commenter that maybe he's just not that into her and he doesn't want to invest that much time in looking for a place that could, I guess, house them all. And I think Chris just needs his space because if he has to deal with Nicole, he's going to need therapy daily. Nicole needs it weekly. But Chris is going to need to see a therapist every day.
Every
Oh,
day. Oh my goodness.
Oh
Hopefully he can do
wow.
it virtually because that's a lot of therapizing. Mocha, did you have any thoughts about why they haven't moved? Why he doesn't want to move in? I'll go to you next.
because he needs a break. He needs to be able to go sleep in his own place
Yes.
maybe every other day. He needs a break from her. She's draining. Like what was that girl's name? Not Lindsay. What was her Lindley? Whatever her name was with Miguel a couple of seasons ago. San Diego. Remember San
Who?
Diego?
Yes.
No.
Miguel.
Lindy and
Lindy.
Miguel.
Remember how Lindy was so draining because she drained me every episode? That's Nicole. She's drained, and I can't even say she always means well. She tires me out. So I know she tires him out. And he
That's a
needs
Hmm.
a
good point.
he
Yeah.
needs a break.
He needs a break from her. Well,
And
that
you
you know what, that's a good point. But so how are they going to stay married if he needs that much of a break from her? Do you think they really are actually going to be a good married couple? Because you can't keep breaking every time you when
No,
you're married.
no.
not
Yeah.
without therapy.
Yep, not well. Intensive therapy.
Intensive therapy. Okay, so we'll
Hmm.
go over here to Roro. Roro, what are your thoughts? Thank you for that, Mocha.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned the dogs because she mentioned it that, he's just so stuck on finding a place where they can take all three dogs. And my question is to him, why did he should have made that a condition of, being married to a stranger. She must be able to deal with the fact that my dogs can always have to be with me at all times. I can never be separated from them, and they can never be separated from each other, even to the point of we may not be able to move in together because my dogs have to be with me. And if we can't find a place where they can be at the same time, then you and I can't be together. It's as if the dogs are more important than his wife. So, yeah, I don't think he is really into her. Maybe she was, I don't know. Maybe she was, a 40, I don't
Maybe she was.
understand him. If
Maybe
he
she was
maybe
a
if she was
what?
a fur baby, he might be more interested in her, you know.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness. Oh my lord.
Because I don't understand, like why would you even put yourself in that situation? You know how you feel about your pets, and you know that it's a possibility that the person may have a pet too. Your future spouse may have a pet too. And then what are you going to do if you know that it's hard to find apartments, I guess, where they can rent and
I think
and
they're looking at houses because I who has a apartment big enough for three whole dogs?
well, then why would that be a problem if you're buying a house that you can't have three dogs in it, unless they're just renting it,
I
instead of
think they were
buying it.
renting. I think they were
Oh,
renting at
okay.
this point because
Hmm.
it's still the relate. Remember now, they just met. The relationship is still new, and I'm not sure anybody's trying to commingle finances until you really figure out are you really, really, really going to be with this person for the long
Oh,
haul.
okay.
So
All right.
Right.
So if
I
they're
think they
renting
were
the house,
thinking
I
of
get it.
renting. Yeah,
Oh,
right.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yep.
I don't know.
Anyone else on that whole move-in situation before we get to our final piece de resistance couple? Oh, wait a minute. Let's see what D said. Didn't Nicole's dad ask her if she really wanted to stay married to that douche or something? Yeah, loser. You know what? And good point, D. You caught that because I've been watching this, and it's funny how they play tricks with us on the editing. So one time they have her father on the phone, and he says, I think he says your husband. Another time they edit it, and it sounds like that he's saying that loser. So they
Right.
keep changing the edit, and that is definitely production. But I'm not sure what her father actually said. Did he call her Chris her husband? Did he call her the loser, or did he call her a douche? I don't know. That's really interesting.
Yeah, he did
Welcome
ask
in, Miss.
her why does she want to stay married to that something. He did say that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. But they keep
Yeah.
changing it because I actually, when you have the DVR, you can go back and rewind it. And I'm saying that on different episodes, they play the same little verbiage. It's her father, and they show the same scene. She's looking at her phone, but each time they change it. They've changed it at least three times to your husband, which is neutral, to loser, which is negative, and then D is saying, let's go back here to what D is saying. D is saying, I didn't hear that one, but ooh, douche, that's really gross.
Mhm.
That's a very low thing to call a fella, right? That's kind of
No.
like calling a woman the C word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well,
Oh wow, you're still in the hiking in the mountains. I saw that on your IG. Miss Iffy, by the way, she's another YouTube content creator, and she's over in the UK, and she covers some of the same shows and different ones too. And she
mm-mm.
is having the most fabulous, adventurous time on her holiday, and I'm living vicariously through her. And I'm over in. Are you in the UK now? Are you in Scotland? Where are you exactly? She's all over the place. She's a world traveler. Let's see. D says they do have houses for rent. Yes, but I think the issue was they were trying to get a mutually agreeable location. I don't know where their various jobs are, what the commute is, and that was a thing. And then I also see, I don't know this, but this is what I'm thinking, guys. It's just my imaginations and ruminations. Because remember, the last time they needed problem solving, Chris is the fellow that gets paralyzed and he doesn't know what to do. And she was the one that had to do all of the legwork, right? She had to do all the
Hmm.
calls and she had to get her father to agree to keep her pet and her dog. So I'm just thinking that Chris is not very helpful. He will find a problem, but he doesn't know how to work toward a resolution of a problem. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
yep,
it
it
does.
does.
Yeah, so that seems to be an issue, but I don't know between the moving and the dinosaurs. I don't know, but we're gonna move on to our final couple. They finally made it to the top on our list, and that is Clint and Gina.
Ooh, yay, the crowd goes wild.
Clinty Pooh, Clinty
Clinty
Pooh.
Poo, Clinty Poo, Clinty Poo. Where to start? Where to start? Where to start? Are we gonna start? Let's start here. Let's start here. Did Gina come on this show? Did she come on Married at First Sight and throw it all to the wind, caution all to the wind to promote this salon of hers? Because that's all we've heard about for like what?
Yes,
How many months? Like how many months is it's been all about the salon?
I wouldn't be going
absolutely.
to her salon. If
Hmm.
she could, I wouldn't be going to her salon because I'm like on the show. She's irritating,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so I wouldn't go there if I had the type of hair that could be done at her salon. She's irritating.
She
She
is
really
irritating.
is. She's
Yeah.
irritating and like Gina. Why are you here, Gina? Why? Why'd you come on this show knowing that work is your that's what you're married to? You don't need a physical husband. You're married to your work. So I don't get her.
I don't get her either, and I don't think that she's vulnerable enough to have been a good contestant for this
Hmm.
project, for this experiment. Her heart is
Mm.
not open. It's very she's very cold, and she's very like it's all about her. Gina is all about her, is what I get out of it.
Yep.
I agree. I
Absolutely.
think I was just wondering how much does Gina have to talk about the salon for it to be in almost every episode? Because we all know that they do so much editing, but somehow she gets to mention it every single time. This time she was talking about, one of her stylists quit, and Clint was so engaging. I love seeing that side of him because he really
Yes.
did step in and, talk to her. And then even Gina complimented her on that and said that is what she is looking for in a man. So that was good to me, good to see Clint in that role, and then Gina appreciate him for stepping into the role that she needed him to be.
Right, right,
Yes,
right.
when
He was
she
very
needed him.
supportive as a husband, I think. I mean,
Yes.
he couldn't have
Yeah.
been any more supportive.
Right, but then she says, then she turns around and says she never felt like a wife
Yeah.
because, he's not attracted to her. He doesn't see her as a wife. So I don't understand either. I'm with Mocha, like what is really going on? Like you say one thing when he's talking to her, but then
Hmm.
behind his back, she says other bad things about him. So she's wishy-washy. And it's as if she's trying to justify what she's gonna do.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, she's looking for a reason to say no. And like if the part about being considered or being treated like a wife, well, let's look at this. Wasn't Gina the one that decided that she wanted to sleep in separate bedrooms, right?
Yep.
Right.
I think that's a thing. And okay, so and even if she went into the separate bedroom, let's say that was weeks ago, months ago, okay, at some point, is there a plan to work toward trying to get them in the same bedroom? And then we find out at the retreat, this is the first time they've been in the same bed,
Since the
since the
honeymoon.
honeymoon. So like you're not really trying to have a husband if to me, if you're already just in the beginning stages, honeymoon stages, and you guys aren't even trying to get close to hot and heavy time and getting in that same bedroom. I'm sorry, something's wrong. You guys are
Yeah.
too young to be sexless.
Yes.
Too young
Hmm.
And
entirely.
she's trying to paint that picture to make him look like, the bad guy. She's really trying to set him up to us, as if we can't see the two sides of her. I can see the two sides of her when they're together and he's being nice to her. She's being very appreciative to his face, but behind his back, like, just because he was drinking at the birthday party, she said that, oh, that's not the type of person that you would want for a husband because he got a little, he indulged a little bit too much.
Right. It was his
Well,
birthday. Like
it's
and
Mhm.
I'm
his
not one. You
birthday.
guys know I talk about it here all the time. I'm not a big drinker. I rarely drink, but I mean, three things about it. A, it's his birthday. That only happens once a year. Two, they're at a
Mhm.
retreat. He's not driving, so that's not a big, that's not even an issue. Like, why can't he drink and get a little intoxicated and have a little bit of fun? Why are you so uptight, Gina?
She's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
And she's
Absolutely
trying to
ridiculous.
set the scene. She's trying to paint that picture, to make him look like the bad guy. So when on decision day, she won't look like the bad guy because of her decision.
What
Exactly. Yeah.
What did you guys think when Gina brought up this? She said, I think that you, Clint, I think that you talk at such a high level and you don't speak for me to understand you. You use all these big words and I would really appreciate if you would speak so that we could communicate. What in the world was she talking about and what did you guys think about it? Let's go over here to Roro. Roro, what do you think that she was saying?
I mean, obviously she's intimidated. She probably is feeling that he is um, above her in education and in status, social status.
Mhm.
She's probably jealous, a little bit jealous of that.
I've been
That
wondering that. I've been
Yeah.
wondering.
hmm Yep, and so that's probably part of her whole antagonism towards him. Like that probably started the whole gingery features thing, because I'm
Hmm.
still kind of stuck on that. Like what in the world possessed her to say that in the first place? I would like to know why she even said that, made that comment in the first place, in the
That's a
beginning.
That's an excellent, excellent, excellent question. Let's go over here to Mocha. Mocha, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like, why did she say that to him about speaking at a different level? Do you feel like she's intimidated by him? What are your thoughts?
I think that yes, she's intimidated by him. I think she's used to dating down. I think she's used to being the one that's having the control in the relationship, meaning she's used to men that are beneath her that she usually dates.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's dating someone who is on the same standing or above. So, and she's struggling with that. That's what I
Mm.
think. She's struggling with that. A
That's
man that has more than what she has or more, and because they live in the same building, and she's
yes.
never seen him and everything. So, and she's just not used to that. So that's what I think.
Okay, and let's come over here to the woman who loves her Clinty Poo to get her final take on it. What is your take on this with Clint and Gina? Do you feel like Gina's intimidated, and if so,
Mhm.
why? And what's really going on? What are really the dynamics in this relationship?
Yes, I feel Gina is intimidated and she's not used to dating anyone on Clint's standard. And I also feel that she's still stuck on the comment about his preference look wise, which he still didn't say that he was not attracted to her. It's just what he was used to dating, someone who's a little slender. So I think she's holding on to that comment and doesn't want to open herself up to Clint. There may be some insecurities there, but yeah, definitely intimidated and not used to dating anyone on his level. And I don't even think they're equal. They may live in the same location, but Clint has way more assets than we've seen Gina. The only thing she has to offer is the salon. And it's not even that big. So it could be something that she's renting. But no, I
Mm-hmm.
see they're on way different levels and she's not used to him.
That makes sense. That makes total sense because she said that for what 13 years she was a bartender. No, not the
Right.
bartenders because they make great money. Some of them, if they're in the right location and locale, they make great money. But we also heard that Gina went to college, but I never really heard her acknowledge whether or not she graduated. That could be a thing. It appears that Clint probably does have a college degree. And like she said, like I don't understand. Like I've heard Clint use big words, but like, not a big deal. Not a big deal that he uses
Exactly.
big words. And to Roro, to your point, like what really started that whole at the beginning, your gingery features. I will just never forget how her lips just quivered when she said, "Your Clint with your gingery features."
Yes, she did. Yeah,
I said,
she
girl,
she rolled it out.
if you don't take that mess out your lips, you are not a colored woman. Why are You got those big juicy lips. They do not work on everybody's face. Okay, God did not
So
give them
true.
to you. You may not need them for a reason. Okay, like girl, too much, too much, too much. And and let's talk about this, and then we'll wrap this up. I think, unless you have anything else about this couple, but let's go around and do this. Let's talk about um, whether or not each one of us individually feels like Gina has ever gotten over the honeymoon, and what he said about he typically dates a more slender, athletic built woman, and about supposedly, allegedly, her having a 26-inch waist. Is that even true? Is that even possible for her? I mean, like, and don't get me wrong, I think she has I'm not figure shaming. I think she has a nice body. I really do, but she does not. Now, someone that has a 26-inch waist would be Jasmine. So now if you take and put
Mhm.
them side by side, you know that there is no way possible if Jasmine has a 26 or 25-inch waist, there's no way possible that Gina can have a 26-inch waist right now. No way.
Right. Well, she
Uh
also implied that she was athletic,
yeah, where?
but she couldn't get up that pole.
She's athletic with the curling iron in the salon. She is a real athlete because she can do multiple reps with that curling iron. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. But no, seriously though, tell me, do you think that she ever got over it? Is your contention that she has never got over what he said on the honeymoon? And why, I mean, months later, why would you not just let that go?
She just she was looking when she first married him. Most likely, she was looking for an excuse anyway, because she wasn't probably was not attracted to him, and he made that comment, so that was something she could hold on to like a dog with a bone, and
Hmm,
that's what she's done. The only reason that she hasn't divorced like Dom and McKinley was
right.
because she wanted the money and the exposure.
Oh, the exposure for that
Amen.
salon. Getting
Hmm.
back to that salon. Okay, okay.
Yep.
Okay, we come to Kimberly. What are your thoughts about this all? Is she intimidated? Has she gotten over the comments that he made? Does she really want to even be a wife, or did she just come on to plug her salon? What do you think?
Yeah, intimidated for sure. And no, I do not think she's gotten over that comment yet because you could just tell her whole mood changed once he said it, even though to me, I would not have been offensive because he wasn't saying that he's not attracted to it. It's just not what he's used to dating or whatever. So I just feel she's holding on to that. And if they could move past that, it could be a beautiful relationship, I believe, because Clinton's always willing to try. It seems, I mean, who wouldn't want a man who is educated and speaks so, high on a different level, who can teach you and lead you? Isn't that what leading is about? How are you going to lead if we're on the same level or if the man is on a lower level? So I just wish Gina would get past that or whatever it is. Maybe it's the ginger features, like we've said, and it could be because I could see someone before she went into the show saying, "Oh, I don't like gingers," and now they paired her with the ginger, and she got to hold on to her word. So I could see it being that as well. But I just needed to get past it.
Well, and here's my thing about this, and again, coming from a colored person, right? She said, "Well, he's pale. He's so pale." But when I look at
Hmm.
her, I think, "Well, like, what do you think you are?" Because what I see at the beginning when we first saw her, what I could see, what I could detect, or what I feel that I detected was a Caucasian woman who lay in a suntanny bed, right? So you
Hmm.
got a fake tan, you got fake lips, and I don't know what else about you might be fake, but you're talking about he's pale, but the only reason why you have any actual color is because you lied in a sun tanning bed. So
Yes.
you're both
Yep.
pale. What's the problem? You're both white. You're both Caucasian. So get over it. Like, do you want a black dude or a swirl dude, a biracial dude? Because if that was the case, why didn't you tell the producers that from the get go?
Exactly.
Yep. Mm.
Maybe she's attracted to something else too. Who knows?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on with her, but she does not seem to have. Someone said it earlier in the chat that she's always talking about that they're just friends.
Yep.
But why can't you be? I mean, and it's just my question. I could be wrong, but why can't a couple have a friendship and also have more than a friendship? Why can't the friendship be the whole solid foundation upon which you build your home on?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Well,
how it should be.
You know.
yeah. I think her whole thing is to get exposure for her salon, and because she's hoping that this money from the show is going to help her get the startup money that she needs for her brick and mortar. And she had no
Ah,
intentions of staying in the marriage. She probably has is already involved with someone outside of this, and will probably go back to them in the open once the show is over.
right, right, right. Like, guys, make sure you like the video as you're coming in or before you go out. Make sure you like the video. It really helps support the channel. And we're going to talk really briefly to our content creators that are on the panel. And we'll start with Miss Mocha Mima.
Well, please come like, subscribe to my channel. I got stuff coming out, shorts daily, other stuff, my thoughts, things in pop culture. So
Awesome.
please come over and support. Thanks.
Ah, thank you. Thank you, Mocha Meme, and thank you for being part of this panel. You always
You're
add that
welcome.
special spicy touch to it all. I love it. I love it. And Kimberly, how tell them about your channel and what you got going on over there. Is Kimberly, you still with us?
Yes, thank you. So sorry about that, but please follow me on YouTube, Kimberly Reviews, Instagram, Kimberly Reviews underscore, and Facebook, Kimberly Reviews. I enjoy talking about Mavs, Ready to Love, which has ended now, and then I'll go into sharing more about my Let's Chat segment. So I'll bring that back and we'll just talk about whatever you all want to discuss. And if you want a virtual vacation, I post my past travels on my channel as well. So thank you all for the support.
Oh, thank you. You are welcome, and I love your watch party. So, any new shows that you think you'll be picking up in the month of May or June? I think there's some new shows coming out. Will you be picking up any new shows, or are you going to take a little bit of a respite?
Yeah,
What do you
I'm
think?
taking a break. No new shows at this time other than bringing back my Let's Chat segment. So that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, very good, very good. And I got to get over there and check out some of those travel videos too. I'm looking forward. And then I think you also on your channel you have some videos on personal finance or things
Yes.
like of
Yep.
that nature. I believe.
So true. Yep. I believe in being debt free and budgeting and saving for the future. So if you need help in that area, definitely go to my channel as well.
All right, all right.
Mm.
And Roro, we love you. We thank you for being here as one of the A team members, as are the other two ladies on the panel. I thank you all for being part of the
Thank
A
you.
team. And Monique and Ellen, thank you for keeping the chat safe. I'm going to drop this up here if anybody wants to join the A team that helps support the channel and keep us bringing you this good tea and recaps. And guys, we'll be back. Mocha and I will be back tomorrow with Seeking Brother Husband. We'll be finishing up the finale on that. And then Tuesday, Alex and I will be back bringing Put a Ring on It on Tuesday evening at about 7:30. And we've got some hot new interviews coming up. One of them is Mac from Queen's Court Show, dated Nivea that was on the Queen Court Show and was a finalist. So we're going to be talking to him. And we've got a special guest, Mark Anthony, will be coming next Tuesday, and we're trying to get more of the final RTL cast. So just stay tuned, okay? And we're gonna shimmy and shake on our way out of here, guys. Say bye now.
Bye,
Bye,
guys. Thank you
everybody.
for watching.
Thank you for watching. Absolutely, and thank you so much, Mocha, for linking my channel with yours and bringing over your fans and your supporters as well. I thank you for that.
You are welcome.
All right, bye now. Have a great evening.